Hey guys, Matt Langford here. Just want to give you a quick rundown on the type of rods and reels and gear that we use in our impoundments to catch bass and yellow belly and that sort of stuff. Always get a lot of questions about what do I need, in regards to rods, reels, line, leader, all that sort of stuff. So you see a lot of the guys that go fishing, the trollers, they'll use any type of rod, and that's fine, but there comes a time when you're fishing too heavy or you're doing things a little bit different. But this is what we use, and this is for tournaments, and you can basically take it into your recreational fishing as well. So what I'm about to tell you is you don't have to use exactly what I use, but I'm just going to give you a bit of a rundown on what you need. First of all, I use a 7-foot miller rod. The reason why it's 7 foot, this is actually a 7'3". The reason why it's so long is so I can get big long casts out. I like to cast and retrieve, so I use a Control Freak miller rod, 7'3". Basically the length of the rod is handy for hooking out big long casts. I use a 1,000 size reel so I can keep a nice consistent roll going. The line comes off the spool really well. The line that I use is 10 pound. Now you can use 10 pound any type of braid. I use Yamatoyo braid, but basically anything between 8 to 12 pounds pretty sufficient. And when it comes to your leader, there's heaps of different types of leaders, but specifically if I'm fishing open water, I'm using 8 to 10 pound. You can downsize to 6, but if you get onto a really big one and you have your drag set wrong, then they can break. But yeah, so I'll say use from 6 to 8 to 10 pound. If you're fishing in the timber, if you're fishing in heavy structure, always beef your leader up. Same braid, but upsize your leader. Always a good idea if you're fishing in the timber, for instance in Boondoomba or BP, go to 12 pound plus, so 12 even up to 20 pound. We've used 20 pound at Cania and still had issues with getting fish. So the higher the leader, basically the more chance you've got of getting a fish out of the structure. Open water, downsize your leader size. The fish tend to bite a lot easier when they can't see the leader. And also you've got a little bit of stretch there as well. But yeah, so open water, smaller leaders, fishing heavy structure, go heavy. But that's my setup that I usually use for cast and retrieve in open water, and throwing things like soft plastics, that sort of thing. So I hope that helps you get a good setup for you to start your cast and retrieve.